Well, now that the Wildcat basketball season has concluded with that NCAA championship trophy residing on the UK campus where it belongs, Big Blue Nation turns its collective attention to next season and basketball recruiting. Kentucky's starting five underclassmen unveiled the worst kept secret in college basketball recently when each man announced that he would enter the 2012 NBA draft. So, time to reload. The big question is, why is recruiting so exciting? So much fun for us as Wildcat fans. Well, for one thing, we're pretty darn good at it. We've had 4 consecutive #1 classes. For another reason, we need great recruiting classes because we lose so many players to the NBA. UK keeps getting its players drafted in large part because it keeps winning. In 3 seasons under Calipari, we've won 102 games, produced 2 #1 seeds, 2 trips to the Final Four, and oh, by the way, a national championship. Has UK basketball recruiting always been important? Well, let me tell you, from an historical viewpoint, it has indeed always been important, but only in recent years has it been this conspicuous to the entire fan base. We know more now about high school players than at any time in history, an entirely new phenomenon, mainly due to the internet, the blogs, the tweets, various forms of social media. The great Adolph Rupp was able to choose the best of the best basketball talent, much like Coach Cal does now, but fans knew very little about them until they began playing for the Baron. Recruiting services and gurus, there weren't many services, but some gurus back in the day were not always accurate in their assessment of high school talent. I remember Coach Rupp had an outstanding class coming to UK in 1967. He had high school All-Americans like Mike Pratt, Mike Casey already in the fold, but he was going after one of the nation's top pivot men in the person of George Janke. Well, Janke signed with Dayton, and poor Coach Adolph Rupp had to settle for his third choice, a big center out of Batavia, Illinois. Not many people knew anything about him, but he turned out to be Dan Issel, a 2-time All-American, a professional Hall of Famer, and UK's all-time leading scorer. I remember some amazing recruiting classes at UK. How about the Super Kittens with Greavy, Connor, and Flynn in the early 70s, Bowie, Turpin, Minifield in the early 80s. But we as fans didn't hear much about these high school phenoms until they arrived on campus, unless he happened to be a Kentucky high school superstar like Rex Chapman. Yeah, we all knew about him. So here we are, Big Blue Nation, supercharged and super excited about our incoming class. The nation's #1 player in Nerlens Noel. The top player in Tennessee, Alex Poythress. The top player in Arkansas, Archie Goodwin. And a 4-star 7-footer out of Kansas, Willie Cauley-Stein. And of course, Coach Cal is not done yet, and in Cal we trust. So we got about 6 months before the next Midnight Madness and another basketball season begins. But you know what? I'm going to smile all summer long because we have the satisfaction of being the reigning and defending national basketball champions, mainly because of the individual sacrifice of the members of this year's remarkable team. The great Vince Lombardi once said, "Individual commitment is a group effort. It's what makes a company work, a society work, a civilization work, a team work." So it's time to say farewell to the 2012 UK basketball squad, whose success was truly a team effort. We as fans thank you. We salute you, and we wish you much success always. I'm Ron Chilton for KSTV.